live on Ustream. Did you hear me? No, we're live on Ustream. We're not live on air yet.
Oh,
We're live on
is the
Ustream.
music live on the air?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why you thought you lost it?
No, because I was moving it. What's the name? Up and down.
Good evening to everyone in the universe, all family and friends, and enemies that should be used as my footstool. I am Mikhail Nube, your host.
His co-host Don Blake Jr.
Welcome to the Synergy of Life, Holistic Health and Wellness, the show that provides scientific, clinical, moral, and spiritual evidence on how to reverse chronic autoimmune conditions by removing toxic mental and emotional patterns out of our lives and replacing it with the true sense of health and wellness, and also establishes a successful holistic lifestyle. We are sponsored by Ultimate Body Transformers, the gym that provides a holistic atmosphere, that provides small and big group classes for adult and children. Sweat Fest boot camp classes.
Sweat?
We also provide classes on how to prepare plant-based meals.
Really?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's right. And speaking of plant-based meals, the best kept secret restaurant, 5-star restaurant,
All right.
right down in the heart of downtown.
Where that's at?
All right. Make sure you go to Pure Supreme Cuisine, 100% vegan garden eatery.
100%?
100%, brother.
Man.
Specializing in international cuisine. That's organic, local, and seasonal, healthy soul food.
Soul food?
Visit them in the 5th Street Arcade, located at 530 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44115. Make sure you tell them that Who Has the Power Radio Network sent you.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's right.
Early and often.
That's right.
Get
And the
there.
number there is 216-527-4477. Place your orders and make sure you place them early, because all them kale greens are so good with the with the corn muffin that's animal based free, toxic free.
Oh,
it's
man.
delicious. Everybody come there.
What's the number again?
Once again, it's 216-527-4477.
All right.
One more time.
Go ahead. No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just
Go
playing.
ahead.
They didn't have their phone out.
Go ahead, hit 'em, brother.
Anywho, all right. You can follow us on Twitter at Synergy of Life 07. Let me do it in the sexy voice right quick. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. You can look us up at Facebook at facebook.com/Synergy of Life. The number here is 914-338-0665. You can also subscribe us at WHTP Radio Network on YouTube. Not only that you could hear us, you could see us live. And if you can't see us live, we got archives on it. Anywho. All right, well, that's cool.
Yeah, I think you keep the good work up, you go up your set symbol status.
Oh,
up there.
snap.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me finish up then. Let me finish it up. Sure. Okay, so you can find out more about Synergy of Life and other shows that's on Who Has the Power Radio Network by going to www.whohasthepowershow.
It's too much for them, brother. They get hot out there. They get hot out there,
Oh,
man.
for real?
Yeah, they get hot out there.
Well, I think that's the goal.
Yeah, so we back another week.
Another week.
Well, we last week we talked about what does it mean when you hear the phrase making love.
Yes.
And first of all, we gotta know what love is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, many people, I talked to people about this before we even did the radio show last week. And of course, you're gonna hear this phrase frequently said. Well, everyone has different perceptions. I don't give a darn. It is what it is. I don't care who.
Right.
You can't change something that's eternal.
Right.
So let's deal with the truth and the divine truth of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, until we elevate in infinite wisdom. And to understand something divine, we have to be diligent as a student of divinity.
Right.
So there's no way a finite mind could comprehend things infinite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why you have the world in certain places of the world where it's chaos like it is.
Right.
You know, so we're going to continue on with that subject matter and other associated topics that go along with it. Also, by the way, we got one of our guest hosts back in the studio today.
What's going on, people? It's the boy CJ, real name, no gimmicks. I'm all about ECF, empowerment, creativity, and freedom. So I'll just be sitting here and checking out the show.
That's right.
Anything else you want to add?
Pure and Supreme Cuisine. And I'm not just plugging them because, you know, I'm getting paid or anything. It's a great place. And
Right.
I eat anything that's there.
Right.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, you know, when Mikhail Nube endorsed a restaurant, you know it's legit. And actually, real talk, all three of us, me, DJ, and Carl, aka No Gimmicks, we used to cook up in there.
Yes.
Real talk.
Yes.
So we live in our lyrics. When we tell you this, it's real. All right.
Hey, it was real in that kitchen too.
Right. Yeah. Cause
Cause I was sweating in there. But it was some good food, but I was sweating. Yeah.
So
But yeah,
so I guess we back on another.
but back in the back cave, huh?
Back in another journey talking about this topic, man.
Yeah.
So
And you know, a lot of people, you know, they want to know about this or not. You know, you have a lot of haters that was like, oh, they don't know what they talking about. Oh, I ain't trying to listen to that overnight. But a lot of people want to know.
yeah,
Because, you know, it's the age of enlightenment. Enlightenment, right?
It's most needed.
Yes.
You know, of course they want to know because they're looking for love in all the wrong places. And
Right.
stuff. So when we don't know what it is, and like you say, when they hating, we gonna make up nonsense and call that love
Right.
because we not humble enough
Right.
to ascend onto the footstool of her throne.
Mhm.
So we gotta make up BS and all this you know, all this slavery activity.
Right.
You know,
The hatred love.
I keep it PG right now. But
Yeah, keep it. Hey, can we please put it to 13, like PG-13? Is it possible?
Yeah, it's possible. It's
Okay,
possible.
maybe we need to do this. Okay, maybe when we do like our little advertisements on Facebook or whatnot, maybe we need to be like, oh yo, put the kids to sleep because it's gonna be a
No,
real
ain't put
topic.
them. Look, if they watching the Boondocks, they can surely listen to our show. You know.
Well, I mean, you got a point, but still though, well, you know, they don't want to be like,
No, no,
Daddy,
they-
what's this? What is
No,
they talking about?
They need to ask questions. Somebody need to tell the
You
children
right.
the truth. You know, quit lying to them children.
Right.
All
Talking
right.
about that nasty
So-
stuff. Yo, man, speaking of nasty, no, we're gonna get into that later. We're gonna get into that later. We're gonna get it.
All right.
But yeah,
So another thing too about love, we cannot separate love from health.
mm-hmm.
You can't. Love has so many components that make up what love is.
Right.
So if we love ourselves better, we will become healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Reason
And
why people in the Western world society is unhealthy because they do not know what love is.
Right. No, they have all these dictionaries. I mean, all these dictionaries with these meanings talking about what's love is. And,
But you know what?
mm-hmm.
love is so powerful
Mm-hmm.
that it had to become manifest.
Right.
It had to take form
Right.
because look at how many people had the opportunity to have this love made manifest to them
Right.
and expressed to them, but they rejected.
Right.
So, hey, we back to what a couple of young ladies said to me. It's based on people's perception,
Right.
but people know. Let me tell you something. This is the age of information.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the phrase "seeking, you should find" biblical scriptures, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens when the person is not seeking and they find? When they stumble over this and some of that, they downplay it, disregard it.
They water it down.
Yeah, because now can be in denial comfortably.
Right.
To whom much is given, much is required.
Right.
There's responsibility, accountability come with knowing.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so and even being just informed.
Mm-hmm.
Just being well informed is a responsibility.
Right.
And those who not ready to take on that accountability responsibility,
go ahead.
they can't be in denial comfortably
Right.
around those who express and who are the living manifestation of what the light is. Because light is another word for knowledge.
Because if you inform, you got to apply it in some way.
Yeah, I mean, or you don't love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Because if you inform with something, even in school, when they give you like some kind of information, you want to apply that.
Exactly. It's best for you to apply it as soon as you can.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get like these, when you get like a guru like my host Mikhail Nube, the holistic sex symbol, and also the holistic what again?
The holistic success symbol.
Yes, he just came up with the new word.
Hey, check this out.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me tell you now. Y'all know about my homie Tanya Thompson.
Yes.
All right, so she actually she said she had a vision for me. She said, I don't know too much about this holistic sex symbol thing.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what do you mean? What is you talking about, woman?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right.
She said, well, so she started breaking down the holistic success symbol. But when I first heard her say it, it already clicked in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about all the things I've been blessed to be accomplishing in life.
Right.
And I said, you know what? That go right with me. So she was genius on having that vision come to her, to say, hey, you need to roll with this.
Oh, okay.
And, one of her concerns was, and I think it's good for me to mention it, she said she was concerned about people misunderstanding the phrase a holistic sex symbol.
Mm-hmm.
And I intentionally put holistic in front of sex.
Right.
And in certain shows and workshops I've done recently, I broke this down to the proton, neutrons, and electrons. But since we talking about what is love, and what do it mean when you hear making love?
Mm-hmm.
When you say holistic, we know we talking about total integration of spirit, soul, mental, emotional, and physical in harmony and balance.
All put together.
That's right. Because, see, sexual energy is spiritual energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a powerful creative force. All of us are spiritual beings sitting right here in this room that's even an illusion right now.
Mm-hmm.
The material universe is the densest form of spirit life. All right? So imagine a male and a female, which represent the electromagnetic forces in the universe, or the concept of yin and yang, coming together and pulling a spirit onto this manifest.
Mm-hmm.
So when we don't understand the spiritual obligation, the moral obligation of that creative force that we just call getting sex, we now, as having the slave mentality, the female has become an assembly line to produce a slave that does not know thyself.
Right.
The mind, the womb is also a mind.
Right.
Woman shapes and mold the thoughts of the coming of man. You can't get to, in, or on the planet without the female.
Right.
And of course, with the connection of the male. So when I say holistic sex symbol, I am simply saying my spirituality is my sexuality. My sexuality is my spirituality.
Right.
The total integration. That's what make me sexy. And anybody else for the matter who who is walking in this life, this path, this understanding, this awareness,
Right.
who grow and develop in this consciousness I'm speaking of.
Mm.
So because without that total integration of that, you are sleeping with a corpse.
Right.
You just you like a zombie. And you got a lot of women that can relate to what I just said, because I talk to, I work with a lot of females over the years, and they say, I'm just going through the motions.
Right.
A lot of women with this submissive abuse mentality who haven't sex, they like zombies.
Right.
They just doing it. They don't want it.
Right.
You got a lot of women who sleep with a lot of men, and we quit to call them, the different names.
1 minute man or 3
No,
minute.
no, we
not
quit
that.
to call the woman, the names that she's known, that she's called as a loose woman. But a lot of women do that. They don't even want that. They instead of them using drugs, it sound crazy. You got a lot of women do that so they don't feel pain.
Wow.
That's why I always said, instead of them using drugs, that's what they do. Instead of them smoking a cigarette, that's what they do.
Sex.
Instead of being a gambling addict, they use sex to cover up the number. Just like in jail. In jail, people desensitize themselves
Right.
to make it day by day in there.
Right.
So
and it's scary in there.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very scary.
yeah. So
shoot.
So when I say the holistic sex symbol, I am reinforcing that when the union between a man and a woman if it's anything less than a spiritual connection, we know it's carnal, we know it's worldly, and then you are introducing toxicity in your life now.
Right.
See,
Right.
so this is where the roots of a toxic relationship begin. So that's why you can't separate love from health.
Right.
You can't say I'm healthy, but I'm afraid to trust.
Right.
You can't say I'm healthy and I'm
block
afraid to
up.
open
Right.
up, because when fear is toxic.
Right.
Let me tell you what the Mikhail Nube Detoxification for Life program is all about.
Okay, now before you say that, now you said fear, right?
Right.
Remember what we said on the archives?
Oh, what the
On the
acronym?
emotion? Yeah.
About emotions?
No. About fear.
What about
What
it?
do fear means?
Oh, FEAR. False evidence appearing real. See how we make up stuff that problems that's not even in existence. Or being a hypochondriac, worry about something that ain't even here.
Right.
We
Right.
trying to, and a lot of people in this state of mind. This actually is a central nervous system and sympathetic nervous system issue. The sympathetic nervous system is the flight, fear, and flee mode. It's the fight mode. So when we have a over hyperactive sympathetic nervous system, that's where stress thrives at. We want to be in what's known as the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the first part of the nervous system that was created when we was born. That's where we are calm. That's where we find
Can I say humble?
Oh yeah. There's no health without humility. I say that all the time. But when I say this how I spank people with this. People say, "Oh, I did a fast, I did a cleanse, I took these pills, I took this drink." All right, but it's no lifestyle changes.
Right.
Fasting, cleansing, detox, as is taught in my book, conceived, written by Mikhail Nube. This is what it is. These are the 3 steps in this order. If they not in this sequence, you will not be successful at doing none of the components. We are fasting from toxic thoughts that create impurity in our life. We are cleansing ourselves of toxic person, places, and things that was produced by the toxic thoughts. And we are detoxing depression out of our life,
Right.
misery,
Right.
fear. we are detoxing anxiety. We are detoxing unresolved resentment and anger. You see, how, for example, I'm saying, yeah, I did a cleanse and detox, but I'm still depressed. That's toxic.
Right.
I didn't do nothing. And when you look up, when you understand the prefix DE on the word detox, DE means to remove. So I'm still living in fear. I'm still having, I haven't healed from being sexually violated, which is very common here in the United States where meat and dairy is heavily eaten.
So maybe,
And in fact, this is a global fact. In the countries where there is consumption of animal-based foods, it's the highest crime rates. In countries where plant-based foods is eaten, rape don't even exist. These crimes here is in fact, in these countries also, they dress butt naked.
Right.
Here, we still have some clothes on.
Right.
And we still, and a woman is assaulted 1 out of 3 women every 15 seconds.
Right.
So that's much love to Tanya Thompson, the vegan net.
The vegan net.
The vegan net.
Oh, you call her the vegan net?
Hey, that's who she is. That's the
Okay.
vegan net. And
Well, congratulations to you, Tanya. Maybe how about we do one of these? Yeah.
yeah, that was genius of her to come up with the holistic success symbol. Because and to show you the simplicity, but how profound it is, everyone has not accomplished themselves successfully in this way of living.
Right.
You know, so
There's a lot of perpetrators out there.
oh yeah.
Perpetrators.
So when I say the holistic sex symbol, all right, and that's why it's important, these words. Just like why you got to put holistic in front of health. Why we just can't say health?
But a lot of people don't know what health is.
Because a lot of people slander health.
Right.
A lot of people will water down what health is. Even the Western world definition of health in the state medical law dictionary is we still have not experienced that, which means free or absent of disease and illness. Free of this.
Right.
And the opposite of freedom is slavery, imprisonment, bondage.
Right.
No, we are medical slaves. And not even that, really, we really get sick because we lack certain morals and principles.
Can I say mental slaves?
That's where slavery started,
mental.
on the mental level.
But a lot of people think it's physical. And, a lot of
you know
people
what?
think,
It affects our physical.
Yes.
Because the body follows the mind, the state of mind, the state of thinking.
Back then, back in the 18, they would think that it's physical. Oh,
Right.
I'm free
It's just
from,
physical, right.
but they still have that, that mental.
Right. So since you said that, how can a slave mind make love? You see,
Right.
you can't be a slave and love thyself at the same time and know thyself. You can only submit to one or the other. So love, anything that's virtuous leads you to divinity by default anyway. So we use in America, you can claim all the titles you want and not measure up to none one of them. It don't make no darn sense.
That's American. That's American.
Yeah. Now you can pay like I say this all the time. You pay the right amount of money, you will be given the title master. In the East,
Right.
if your life ain't a manifest of what a master, you will not be acknowledged as a master in nothing.
Right.
See, that's the difference.
See, that's, a lot of colleges. I don't want to put no colleges out there, but let's just speak on that. A lot of people don't know nothing from college.
But you know what?
But then they get that degree,
Right.
and then they say, oh, well, I'm this because I got a degree.
A piece of paper.
piece
They
of
have
paper.
the certification, but not the true education.
Right. Like what you was talking about with the doctors. They have this license to be a doctor, but they don't have the education.
They don't know
have
how
the
to. They're
education.
not educated in
Yeah.
helping people heal.
Right.
They're not educated in the practice of preventive health care.
Right.
They're not educated in the reversal of disease. Their system is a disease system. They don't have a healthcare system.
Yeah, so like what they would ask you, and we said this on her old shows. What would they say when you first meet them?
What's that?
What's the problem?
Oh yeah.
What's the problem? No, I talk about the doctors. They were like, "What's going
Oh,
on?
right,
What's the
right. What's
problem?"
the issue?
Well,
Right.
if you a doctor or not, like what you said, Mikael, you already supposed to know what's going on with me.
Mhm.
Why you got to ask that question?
Mhm.
Oh, my hip hurt. My stomach hurt. I have ED. I don't know.
For those of you who don't know what ED is, that's the new words on the street that men are using. Oh yeah, I got ED. That means erectile dysfunction,
Right.
which is like it's really becoming an epidemic now, which is a symptom of heart disease. So you need to understand this, ladies and men who are trying to have your worldly sex,
Yes.
or your worldly perception of sex. Okay. And I'm going to talk more about that after our break. We're going to go to break right now. Thanks for tuning in to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show. Once again, I'm your host, Mikael Nube.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
Come join us after break at the Synergy of Life.
In the way to mix.
All right, what did I just say that quick? I'll have to go back and say.
We're gonna go back into
What I just say? What I just...
Damn. Hey, Carl, what we say?
I mean, the last
Talking
thing I
about
just
the
said.
break?
Yeah, I said I'm going to talk back.
We're gonna continue this. Man, let's ask the executive producer.
We talking about what you said before the break.
Yeah, we're gonna continue.
Erectile dysfunction.
No, I wasn't talking about that. What I say right after that.
Man, we just gonna recap that.
That's all I heard before the break.
Man, we're gonna recap that.
You
Recap
see that's a
that.
new thing in the street.
Yeah,
It's
new
a
things in the
symptom
street,
for
yeah.
heart disease.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know.
something about ladies need to do something.
Ladies,
They need to know what's, and
what's
men
going
need to know
on?
what's going on.
Just recap on that.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say about how it's a artery disease.
All right, cool.
That's what I was gonna say.
So when you gonna bring this in?
Right with this.
All right.
Make sure you pull up that tab. You kind of get familiar with the. This is what I'm gonna say. This how I'm gonna prep you to come on that. I'm gonna say, cause I'm talking about why I'm gonna prompt you. I'm gonna say. I bet you go on Facebook right now. Out of random, you gonna find some crazy crap on there about what love is. Go over there, go on and do that right quick. You be like, I'll be darned. I found something.
I'm gonna scroll down. I'm just gonna come up and top of my head.
Make sure you all mention the use string.
Mention what?
The U-string.
Okay.
Because it's important as well.
Okay.
U-string world. Mikael Nube, the holistic sex symbol, and also the holistic success symbol.
I guess I won't get a chance to go to the bathroom since y'all can see us on Ustream during our breaks. So I got to sit here all 2 hours.
So what we gonna do is we gonna empty this water, and right when he's speaking some holistic stuff, he gonna.
So that's what they do. Now it sounds like a bad ball.
So they're gonna be like this the whole time, right? There's gonna be a long pause in there. They running water?
What they got? Sound effects on there?
We coming back.
They running water?
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show on Who Has the Power Network. The show that provides scientific and clinical evidence as well as more. We just having fun here, y'all.
Man.
You know, and like I was saying, moral, spiritual evidence on how to remove mental, emotional, toxic patterns out of our lives by establishing a successful holistic lifestyle, as well as a true sense of health and wellness. Once again, don't forget to go down to Pure and Supreme Vegan Cuisine.
Really?
A 100% vegan garden eatery
Man.
specializing in international cuisines that's organic, local, and seasonal healthy soul food.
Soul food.
Soul food, brother.
So you telling me that they gonna make love. I could have sworn that we was talking about that last show.
Yeah, and real talk, you might see us down there one from time to time.
Right. Behind the kitchen.
Getting them kale
Not
greens
just
in
playing.
there. But you want to visit them in the 5th Street Arcade, located at 530 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland,
Yes.
Ohio, 44115. Make sure you tell them that Who Has the Power Radio Network sent you.
Yes.
All right.
And his co-host, Dom Blake Jr.
All right. Yeah, hey, y'all gotta pay for it. That's just the snippets of the remix. Y'all gotta get the single.
Hold on. I got a single.
Yeah, man.
Man, come on, man.
We gonna have a listening party when
It's
it
called
come out.
EBJ.
It's
Right.
called. It's called.
Featuring no gimmicks.
Right. It's gonna call DJ One Hit Wonder.
Hey, we'll take that.
Right.
We'll take a one hit.
So
That's fine.
what we was talking about before the break was a lot of people. You know, you got guys, you got males or men, whatever you want to call them. Oh Lord mercy! All right.
So, man.
So
Males.
you got a lot of brothers and females thinking the man need to take some ginseng. The man need to take these pills.
Right.
Take this. That when you have issues with that, that is of erection. An erection, that is a sign of heart disease.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting oxygen to none of your arteries or cells or tissues throughout the whole entire body. You must understand that. You are developing artery disease. So just know that none of these products, prescribed or over the counter or illegal, is not going to help you. It's going to make it worse. Here in the Western world, and it is what it is, we do not address the root cause of any problem. And it's what it is.
Right.
Now, that's why I said, whoever I be with, if I'm healthy, you healthy.
Right.
I'm not going to be your darn STNA.
Mm.
Nurse, no.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
No.
And that's what I think that's what some.
I am
look
not
for.
changing
And
nobody's
vice versa.
Pampers.
Oh no, they going too far with that.
All right. All my
going too
children
far.
is out of Pampers.
Yeah, they going too far.
The only Pampers I'm changing is a baby's Pampers.
Right.
I'm not
I
changing
ain't changing
your
my Pampers.
Pampers in your 30s, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and 100.
I
You
ain't
go,
changing
you
them
get
when
the
they
hell
in
out of
their
here with
20s.
that.
I ain't
All
changing
right.
when they in their 20s.
I'm not your LP, that's an LPN nurse or STN, whatever it is.
RN.
Yeah, whatever. All the ends.
Nigga, all the.
I'm gonna tell you like this. If something happened to you and you in a wheelchair, hey, I'm gonna be all over you that wheelchair. Look at my baby. Look at her. Go, girl. Show roll down here.
I help
But
you in
if-
that bathtub.
All right. But if you are living a life that you are intentionally putting yourself at high risk of disability or causing any harm, make you sick, and oh no, you won't be with me.
Right.
I'm not doing that. Oh no. Mm-mm.
Right.
Mm-mm.
But I just can't deal. I can't deal with that. Cause the only thing I'm changing, I ain't even changing nothing. I'm not changing. No diapers or not. You too grown to be damn pissing on your dang on self. Too darn.
All right.
Too dang
So
on darn to be yeah.
so we back on this journey on trying to help people understand what love is. What it mean to make love. No. People know how to make those rocks. Make them nickel bags and all the other stuff, but how do you make love? We know how to make death. You see, we make all kind of things that create death or create premature death or create emotional, mental, and death as well. That's the slave mind.
Right.
But how do we make life, brother? Two zombies get together, they produce a zombie offspring.
That's true.
Welcome
Yeah,
to
true.
America.
Right. True.
Welcome to the Western world society.
That is true.
And people here are so arrogant without self-empowerment. They think these people here really think that they above other people in the country. It's crazy. It is crazy.
And they think that you doing something wrong because
Yeah.
you trying to
Yeah.
live a certain lifestyle.
And man,
And it's crazy. It's really crazy. I be getting tested all the time. But dealing with you, Mikael, I'm always grounded. And like, so if I do get tested, I already know what to say,
Right.
how to say it, when to say it. Make
Speak-
sure.
Speaking of, I guarantee you right now, just to show you the chaos that's out here. Go right now on Facebook and pull something off at random. Because
Random?
Facebook is the new Jerry Springer show.
Oh, for real?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well,
All right.
right now.
Right now, go on Facebook and find something about anything somebody talking about love.
Okay.
So what we gonna do? We gonna parallel a healthy, holistic list versus this toxic stuff. I know you because we did this last week. You just went on at random.
Right.
And what was the topic you found?
It was the top 5.
Oh,
Top five
five.
ways how to make love.
Something like that. Yeah.
But I
yeah.
couldn't pronounce that person's name. I didn't know if it was a boy or girl.
All right.
Got something.
What you got?
Okay. Another top 5. A top 5 things that turn women off during sex.
See. Look at that.
Let me click on this. Let me click on this. What's going on with this? Look at this woman.
Look
right
how
here.
she looking at him
All
too.
right, he sleep. She looking at him like, you sucker. Let me going on. Up top 5 thing. Okay.
Now, before you read whatever that is,
All right.
we once again, whatever he read, I'm gonna give you the flip side of that, on a more the healthy side.
All right.
All right.
So the number 1 is monotone. All right. So the one trick pony makes an extremely bored show, and this same rule applies to sexual performance. A man that remains in the same stroke patterns and sex position for the duration of the experience will create an atmosphere of boredom and lose the interest of his partner. So switch things up and keep things interesting by remaining in the position for no more than 60 seconds.
Well, let me tell you something.
No, I think I got more.
So, but is that love? What they got to do with love?
Okay, it said for 60 seconds by a very stroke pattern. Okay, what do stroke got to do with stroking? What do that got to do with? Okay, it said use this the 10 stroke patterns alternating from 5 long slow
All right,
strokes.
hold on, wait a minute. But here we go again. We back to the physical.
Right.
Look how many people are doing whatever kind of strokes.
Yeah.
All right, and they still do not have love established between them.
That's right.
Or amongst themselves as individuals.
Right.
I cannot reciprocate something I don't have to give.
Nah, this
Because
is
we talked about that last week.
Right.
Relationships that lack reciprocation.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so
Now, this is really talking about. Well, I understand what you're talking about. This is really talking about like monotone. So it's basically to shorten it up.
monotone, for those, here's an example
Yeah.
of that. Roll over,
Okay.
turn over, put your foot here.
Right there.
I'm done.
Basically having sex with the clear eye guy. That's what. Like, you done? Yeah.
And she say that's it. You even
Like, that's all you got?
You ain't even say nothing to me.
You done? Yeah. Let's watch Real Housewives.
Look,
of
you
Atlanta.
ain't got to
Okay.
speak. Matter of fact,
Ow.
I don't want to look at you. Right?
Turn the lights out. Okay. All right.
So what else to say over there?
Okay. So
But
that's
wait a
the
minute.
first one. That's the first
But
one.
now, wait a minute. Now, did I not say this when I was saying I was taking applications?
Yes.
Did I not say that
Yes.
how important it is to be adventurous, versatile, and sensuous? See, people don't understand sensuality from a worldly perception. But we back to connecting that to spirituality. Man, look, when you tune in to nature, and you know, for example, how many people always say this? It's so peaceful out here in nature by the water. Look at the stars in the sky. You see,
Right.
why is that?
Or the sunset.
But we don't understand why. We bear witness to it, but we don't understand this is the perfection of the Most High manifested in the material universe. And we supposed to study this perfection so we can become perfected man. So we can build a temple of perfected man. And so, because of the Western world state of minds, I just went over a lot of people's heads. So let's keep it moving.
Okay.
What's the next thing?
The second one is lack of expression.
Now, I already know what you about to read. I hear this all the time. I talk to a lot of women. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I bet you. What is it?
Here we go. There is nothing worse than being in a sexual situation where a man is completely silent during the experience. Moans, groans, other sound, are signs of positive affirmation. That
What else again?
what'd you say? That's other sound effects. That. Okay, I'm done.
That's because he has artery disease. He can't
Right.
breathe that well.
Right. He breathing out of one nostril.
Wow.
Okay, where was that? That notified the woman and her partner enjoyment as well as her superb performance. But when he is quiet as a church mouse, the lack of feedback will send the woman libido, from 10 to 0 in 60 seconds. When
That's
libido,
real.
Yeah, when libido drops, the vagina begins to return to its normal state, and the flow of lubrication begins to increase, ushering intercourse from the pleasurable situation to a complete irritation.
You know what? Now, you know how many people don't know the normal state of their reproductive organ? Because they live a toxic lifestyle. They come up in abusive. They have a lot of hand-me-down toxic patterns from they parent or parents or whoever their guardian was that passed it down to them and don't know how to raise no child in the first place. So, welcome to America. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Now,
It also says that if you are enjoying yourself during sex, do not feel ashamed about expressing how you feel. It will turn her on and make her work harder at pleasing you.
check this out.
No, go ahead.
Do y'all remember Michael Jackson's first album as a single artist called Off the Wall?
Yeah.
Remember the song? Now, everything you just said, that's in the song She's Out of My Life. That's the lyrics. He said,
That's on Thriller.
no,
Hold on,
Off the Wall.
I thought
She's Out of My Life.
was
Thriller
on
came after that.
But I thought She's Out of My Life is on Thriller.
That's
Oh,
on the
man.
same album as I Want to Rock With You, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So you just talked about expression. Michael Jackson say this. He say, on the bridge, he say, so now I learned that love needs expression.
Right.
So now I learned that love don't wait. But now I've learned that love is not obsession. But now I've learned too late. She's out of my life.
And then he started crying.
Mhm.
Eddie Murphy was.
Oh yeah. Or delirious. Yeah.
Jermaine's teasing.
Tito, get the jacket.
Yeah, that's real though. I don't want to be with no corpse.
Right.
You better say something.
Looking at me.
So what do you say?
What do you say?
What you say? She gotta say something.
Well, you
Hey,
know
I'm
what?
hungry.
You
Go
know
give me
what?
some
Like,
food.
Shit, we would eat lean and supreme cuisine.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now you say what you.
No,
see.
but seriously, what do you say?
Well, before you can say anything during what people call sex, you need to have just decent communication on a regular, everyday basis, or you ain't gonna say nothing. If you say something, it's gonna be something crazy, and then the reproductive organ known as the vagina gonna be dried up all over
And
again.
then what it say is going to irritation.
Yeah, going to irritation, yo.
Right.
How many
And-
women walking around irritable right now?
Right.
You know,
We got
With-
89%, right?
yeah, close to 80%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and you know what, real talk, and it's not, you know, I talk to a lot of sisters about this, and they want me to talk about this. And, you know, a lot of sisters tell me, and I'm with them. They rather have that pillow, brother, before they deal with
Oh, the
another
Walmart?
foolish man.
Oh, Walmart. Because it's so
The
fluffy.
body pillow.
The
Yeah, the body pillow. Yeah,
Because-
because it's so fluffy and it feels like a dude until it wears out. And
Nah.
all that stuff.
Now, people,
You
some
can't talk
people,
to a pillow now.
but you know what? Some people use it in wrong ways. But if she, like me myself, my girls, Malika and Aaliyah, before I got with their mother, I was not sleeping with no other woman unless I knew I was gonna marry her, or we got married, or I had to at least know we about to get married. I ain't sleep with nobody. I'm darn near to the point like that now.
Right.
All over again. I'm like, y'all hear me talking what I say on the radio, and I mean what I say, but I'm not like people may suggest, for example, oh, you go here, find you a wife. I don't have to find a wife because if people hear in the vows here in America, they said, you hear the vows here in America, what God put together. You see what I'm saying? So everything for me spiritually guided anyway.
Right.
When you understand how loves work, it's ordained from on high. If you say what God put together, it's ordained from on high. Now, all these types of relationships in America ain't got a darn thing to do with God. Nothing. So let's stop this nonsense that we're saying. Let's stop this nonsense. Y'all got a marriage license, and that's what it is.
Right.
Quit falsely identifying, giving false titles. If the person on paper you call your husband ain't right, quit calling him a husband. That's why you unsuccessful in love, because you want to make all the opposite of love something else.
So what's
all you brothers who decent brothers who have a hard time with a woman, quit calling her your wife. If you're gonna say it, be correct. That's my wife. Far as our marriage license.
What about?
And title, a lot of people want titles.
Yeah. Oh, what is we?
Yeah. What should I call this?
Ordinary people.
Right. You my girl. All right. That type of stuff.
Right. Knee jerk reaction.
Right. Need it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate when.
I don't want a title. I need a mate.
No.
Because real talk, when you remember, you hear me say love has so many components. And so when you don't worry about a title, you want a title, you better be the living manifestation of it. That's what you need to be concerned about.
Right. Don't worry about nothing.
Yeah.
Just because you have a title. Yeah, a title. Yeah. What did thin line between love and hate? Remember when they was about to have sex? She wanted to know if Martin Lawrence's character really loved her.
Right.
We were saying that the last show.
And he had to, and the bet was Bobby Brown bet him, you gonna have to tell this one you love her to get her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
And you see what happened to him in that movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He was in the hospital and all that other stuff. But anywho, though, just like females use that too. Like what we was talking about when you first came onto the show. A lot of people using love as a scapegoat or something like that.
Oh, the word.
Yeah, the word.
To push, to justify.
To get what they want.
Right.
To get what they want.
So go ahead and read the next one.
All right. Now the third one is forcefulness. Now you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's the listeners ready.
It's the listeners. Make sure.
A little bit.
All right. All right.
Do not, smack each other around.
Baby boy Jody.
Right. I hate you, Jody. Anywho, rough sex is one thing, but when sex is forced, when a woman does not want to be rough, is another.
That's called rape.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. This type of sex not only turns a woman off, but it also makes the vagina feel threatened. I didn't even know they had emotions.
But you know what? But when you've been learning about Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, and in this healthcare systems, you learn that all the organ systems do have a mental, emotional attributes, characteristics, or so. Because the body responds to our thoughts through the human nervous system.
Right, and we also, I want you probably the next time we come on break or whatnot, explain to the listeners orgasm. Like go deep in it. Because I remember when we was off the air overnight, you was going deep onto that. So explain to the listeners, the true seekers.
Look.
What do true orgasm is?
Okay.
What's the holistic orgasm?
Look, man, I'm not with my wife yet. I'm getting hot over here talking about this stuff. I'm sweating. So I got here to get married. Come on, where you at now? Call me at 330 485 3858. Wherever you are.
They're going to check your videos. They ain't going to even comment on the video. They just going Anywho, so we talk about the vagina feel threatened because it causes vagina to close up and deny entry. When a woman is not into rush sex and she repeatedly uses words to express her lack of interest, you must play by her rules. The woman must feel comfortable and secure in order to enjoy a sexual experience.
You know what, man?
Yes.
Brothers are so lost when it comes to this because it's all about vanity and ego that's motivating them to cause her to have an orgasm.
Yo, I beat that up.
And
Or
they
it's
not
like that.
they not
Yeah.
looking at it like this is a health issue. You know, we got to really take into consideration. In other words, listen to this. Consider the frame of her mind, the delicacy of her mind, the delicacy of her frame. You know, and not be severe to her weakness, but remember thy own imperfections. So when I say that, as men who have awareness and consciousness, we remember our own. We call remembrance to our aid, because for us to be leaders and teachers and mentors, we have to reflect on how we elevated ourselves from that weak level that she's expressing at that present moment. But here's the thing people need to understand when women have a hard time. Why do so many females have a hard time with what you just read? Man, it is a variety of components that is part of a toxic lifestyle. Yeah, man, I got a lot of sisters who tell me this all the time. I really love my man. I am happy with him. I am physically attracted to him, but I still got this problem. This is mental emotional blocks that's affecting the physical function of the body from her in the toxic environment and negative experience that she had growing up. I'm telling you, that's all it is. How many men you hear complain about, my woman still ain't got over what her ex-husband did, her daddy did, the uncle did. You see what I'm saying? And they carrying this. This is what, once again, having stress responses to cellular memories that they haven't healed from. So she gonna be a hot mess in this area of life.
Wow.
How many men right now going through some nonsense that they woman experienced when the first Run DMC album was made way back then, and here he is today in the present. He ain't did.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Way back when the first Run DMC album came out, she experienced this situation, and look where we at today.
2014.
Run DMC's children are making music.
Right.
It's that, that long ago.
Right. That's crazy.
And you know this is a real health issue where your body is 3/4 water and you dry like this. You see what I'm saying? Welcome to America, because anytime you got colon issues, for example, that's dehydration. When we drink water, it's toxic. You know what this young generation say today with convention? What's the purpose of water if you ain't making Kool-Aid?
Right. That's what the one person said when he was teaching school, right?
Yeah.
Basically, you legally getting high. Pretty much.
Right.
I used to drink a lot of Kool-Aid back in the day.
A lot of 50-50.
Yeah.
Now remember, in traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurveda medicine and all the spiritual arts and sciences, water is heavily connected to emotions,
Right.
or the mental emotional characteristics of accepting and letting go. So look at that. And if she having a hard time being lubricated, well,
Right.
she has some emotional, it's energetic blocks on the emotional level.
Right. Which you ain't gonna have a good time.
You know, so and water once again is heavily associated with emotions. Look at all these emotional, and then we eating toxic foods. We feeding ourselves
You're in a toxic environment.
mental and emotional toxic food as well.
Toxic environment.
I'm not even eating. I'm not even using food for its intended purposes. I'm eating because I don't. This food done made me mad. This food done did this. The children that. My job this. I mean,
Just like
this is not life, man.
A lot of people.
This is not living.
Right.
This is the living dead.
And going back to what we saying on the other show, yeah, a lot of females having sex out of anger.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
out of resentment.
Or being spiteful, or to make somebody else mad.
Right.
It's crazy. We abuse every nick and cranny corner of our body.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say in my book, when we establish the state known as health, our body is the living temple of the Most High that dwells within. But when we are sick, this body becomes a prison for the spirit and the soul.
Yes.
It becomes mortal shackles. We doing the prison bed with this body. So once again, I'm your host, Mikhail Nubay.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
We're going to take another quick break, and we're going to continue this discussion. Get back at us.
I'm gonna try to harmonize. So you Junior. So
You can't do that before we go to break, because they can hear that in the broadcast. Like, it was cool for you to say something, but it got caught in there.
Yeah, you can't hear the cue because you got no headphones. What's up, Ustream viewers? I don't know what time it is,
it's almost
but
9.
I need to get up for a moment, walk around. Isn't it what?
Almost 9 o'clock.
Almost 9.
What?
Yep.
Hey, excuse me for a minute. Now, we were just doing the hour. It went quicker.
Right. It will be done. Now we got another hour of some more of the holistic sex symbol and me, the other guy,
Success symbol.
and my boy Carl, the other guy.
I'm a star, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
And we also got behind the scenes
Look up the word, guys.
the other guy. So what we gonna do? Y'all gonna be the first one, but we gonna look up the word orgasm because a lot of y'all want to know the true meaning of the word orgasm. So anything you want to add?
No, not let's just look up this word
Yeah.
and break it down.
We're going to break it down from a holistic point of view. Now, I ain't asked for no free porno.
Let's just go to Wikipedia just to be safe.
We want to go to Wikipedia.
And Wikipedia is not as credible a source, but it'll work for what we're trying to do. You never want to rely on Wikipedia.
Now, when you go to Wikipedia and you look up the word orgasm, it's a picture of a woman on top of this horse. Now, I don't know what that means.
It's a painting.
It's a painting. But it's a
frenzy
of
exaltations. Wow.
Wallace.
What is that?
Friends, this is a painting that comes up when you look up orgasm.
Yeah.
You know what exaltation is, right?
Put sexual orgasm.
Nine orgasm
Come back from
positions.
break.
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life. I'm your host, Mikhail Nubay, the holistic success symbol.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
Big shout out.
It's your boy CJ. Real nickname, no gimmicks. Empowerment, creativity, and freedom. That's what I'm about.
That's right.
That's what we about.
That's
Yes,
right.
Sir. Yes, sir.
It's the real deal around here.
Yeah, no games.
No game. One pillow.
You ain't go night night
Right. The 6-foot pillow.
in the cell by myself.
So we back. We're gonna continue our subject matter and its associated topics. Not only we talking about what it means, far as the phrase, what do making love mean? What is love? What is all this? What is this is a word that's highly verbalized, but listen to this. It's a word that's highly spoken, but it's not communicated.
And it's not is rarely comprehended.
Right. Now, let me say that again. It's a word that's physically spoken, but it's not communicated.
Oh yeah.
I gave y'all some clues now.
Right.
Now, a lot of women can't date. A lot of women just heard what I said. This just, and a lot of brothers who have awareness, but for a lot of sisters and brothers who don't have awareness, that just went over your head. Just because you speak it out your mouth don't mean that you communicate that.
Right.
Just because you tell me you single don't mean you available. Because if you're not available on the spiritual level, first and most important, soul, mental, emotional, you ain't available for me physically either. But here's the problem here in the Western world and other places that have these type of toxic patterns. If you only available physically, what does that make you? And why? If you want to do that, fine, that's your choice. But don't be using words love. Don't be using words like happiness and joy and all these things that represent divine law. Plain and simple. No.
So now we finally got the word orgasm.
Well, yeah, it ain't gonna give us but so much.
Right.
But let's see what they talking about.
It's simplicity.
Yeah.
In my opinion, simple definitions are great because you can break down each word, and really understand what's going on. You don't want to when you want to define something, you want to define it in the most simple terms, right?
Right.
So you don't want a definition
for people to understand.
Right.
I
like that.
I got a question. I got a question for our Ustream viewers and listeners, and just our listeners and those who just want to kick it with us on the chat line. I want to know why you want to have an orgasm. And give them the number, DJ.
914-338-0665. Please call in because we want to hear from you. And it better be females. I ain't trying to hear no guys or nothing.
No, y'all call in. He's just joking. Because the females want to hear what they got to say about this. Why do you want to have an orgasm?
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to say this on behalf of the sisters. The sisters that really understand what love is, they not. They would like to have one,
right?
But they say I can do without it. I never heard that. I've heard it. I never heard it. This come from mature, grounded women. That's why you ain't heard it.
Oh man.
It takes a lot.
Now it's a flip side to that.
Okay.
You other women who say it because for reasons based on they don't think they gonna ever have one. Because of negative thoughts they have, and they produce that perception about themselves. And they absolutely are right, because the way they living and they stinking thinking, they not going to experience. In other words, what I'm saying, they physically dysfunctional because of their toxic thoughts.
Right.
And a lot of guys do not approach this as a health matter. So they putting all this pressure on themselves. Why she not responding?
Right.
We gonna go to the Western world doctor who does never knows the problem but still prescribe drugs to you.
Right.
So
you can't give her an orgasm, huh? Well, we're gonna give you this pill, so
right. And why that pill always blue?
Right.
They ain't never the red pill. It's blue.
What a initial.
But on the scientific level, it's blue because blue represents the nervous system. But I'm talking about the matrix as far as the blue pill.
Right,
you see what I'm saying? So the pill, there's still that color, still it still has some powerful meaning and symbolism behind it.
Right.
Because blue sedates suppresses the intellect. You know, that's why Morpheus told Neo on the Matrix, if you want to stay in La La Land take the blue pill.
Right. Mm-hmm. If you really want some information, you take the other pill.
Why do you want to have an orgasm? Why? What do it do? Well, I know what it does.
Well,
I'm trying.
This what I hear.
I'm just provoking thought in the listeners.
Now this what I hear. Now this is stuff that I hear from me eavesdropping through school and all that other stuff. Oh, I blacked out and I did this and I be shaking. I like, first of all, if you blacked out, you don't remember nothing. So how you know?
No, let me tell you something. When you have a real orgasm, you gonna remember that.
Right.
All right, you ain't gonna forget that.
I blacked out and I can't remember myself from like what? Like, oh, well, my feet were shaking and my left toe was wiggling and my spinal cord was.
But where do that come from? What causes that? I said this last week. What causes that? Where do that? Because anything that takes place physically is a manifest. But
no, you gonna take it
where do that energy come from? Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It always is, was, and evermore should be. Energy is an expression of spirit. So where do this now? Go ahead, read what it say.
Okay, now it says for the orgasm, it says the moment of most intense pleasure and sexual intercourse. Now I also have another definition, but I just
stop right there for a minute.
Okay.
Now, for those who have not been properly sexually educated, we on this show we talk about energy a lot. We talk about energy that's favorable or unfavorable towards us, and what's going to determine that is the frequency this energy is that it exists on. So you just read the word intercourse. So enter meaning to receive. And we got, man, this is real talk right here. When we connect with someone like that, you are taking on internally their energy.
Right.
All right.
Oh, like that conversation that we had last week.
And just through when we first started the show, we talked about the 6-week series on toxic relationships. You take on their energy.
Right.
You take on everything, and it affects you mentally, emotionally, and physically. Hey, you can just be thinking about them.
Right.
You
not even thinking about it, but just being in their presence.
You could be on the phone with a toxic person, and you still get sick.
Right.
So imagine you connecting with them like that.
Right.
Now, since we talking about things from a holistic point of view, one of the top 5 complaints that I hear from women that decided to change their life to a holistic way of living is that, and this is on them, it ain't on the man. Why are you hooking up with somebody toxic? They complaining about how the liquor and the alcohol coming through their pores during this intercourse. How the cigarettes, the weed, the ecstasy.
The ecstasy, yeah.
I mean, all the toxins they use, food products, whatever it may be.
Right. The drugs.
That's one of the
The drugs.
or the prescribed drugs, especially over the counter. I mean, you
smell like NyQuil.
When you live a toxic lifestyle, you put yourself in front of a toxic firing squad every single day when you use these things, internally or externally.
Wow.
When you subject yourself to second and third hand smoke. I mean, look at you should be sick with a Western world state of mind.
Right.
What else you gonna be? Think about it. You ain't supposed to be nothing else less than sick. It ain't nothing else. If it's not no divine intervention, some type of intervention that allows you to be informed, to give you opportunity to direct your life to a better course, you gonna be sick here. Right. You can forget that. You can get it.
Right.
So we talk about intense pleasure. So now that I said that about intercourse, Why is it that? Now you just read it one more time before I say what I'm gonna say.
Or the moment of the most intense pleasure in sexual intercourse.
Okay. Now, what did Eddie Murphy say on the classic stand-up Raw when he had the blue leather on? He said, when you hear that woo sound, you remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
He said, I got this such now.
Right.
But because a lot of females do not understand this function called orgasm, they confuse having an orgasm
with love.
Yeah.
Oh my, I love him.
Now, here go the dance part.
Okay.
Why, when you sick and tired of each other, y'all know y'all not working. Y'all done said every word under the sun, moon, and stars to express y'all hatred towards one another. Y'all regret towards each other even being with each other. Y'all regret for having children together.
Ooh.
And the list go on and on and on.
Right.
But yet, when you have this orgasm, you stay another year or two in this toxic relationship.
Because they get along better when we in bed with them.
They ain't getting along.
They're not getting along.
Not the same.
So
They trying to patch up the roof. With,
right.
So
trying to get
with
that
a sheet of paper.
So
they
you
trying
know,
to get that taste of heaven.
the taste of hell.
Right. Well,
So we back to
like smoking crack, man.
Right.
We back to, is you sleeping with a zombie, or do you have true intimacy between you and this significant other? Because what I just said, we should have been ringing bells. Because
You
how
need
many?
that bell. Can somebody donate that bell? You need a bell in here.
How many people? How many women say this? Girl, I'm not happy with him, and I can't stand him, but the sex is good. How can this sex be good, but he wrong?
I love my Mr. Wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Toxic.
So see, we back to women. That's why I tell brothers all the time: you are not macking no female. There's no such thing as macking no female. She ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing with her that she's not allowing you to do. And in certain ways, she macking you because she's misusing your presence. She's feeding into your lower self so she can escape herself and try to use you physically to fulfill her spiritual voice, which never works.
Anybody out there, please.
914-338-0665.
You think you the Mac. No, you ain't. And you depleting your life force sleeping with this toxic woman. Talking about you macking her. That is weak. You are a predator on a person who in this state of mind. Because you ain't going to get this off on a woman who knows herself. So you ain't no Mac. You know, and check this out. Even on the 1970 movie, The Mac. And for those who don't know this classic movie, the Mac introduced what pimping is. The OG, the elder Mac or pimp taught the new, when you get a certain level of status in the street as a pimp, you consider the Mac.
Right.
You could become like the godfather of pimping or the grand master of pimping. That's when you call a Mac. And guess what the Mac said in this movie to the younger upcoming pimp? He said, you can't get a woman through her body. You got to get her through her mind. Hello?
Ding, ding.
Even in her worst state.
Right.
And that's real. Look how, you know how many men a prostitute could sleep with? But she won't have an orgasm with her pimp. Now remember what you said earlier about the 5 things that turn a woman off sexually?
Right.
About the forcefulness, about the expression and all that. She don't want him. Right. She just want to get paid. How many movies you done seen a woman sleeping with a man and she like, looking at the ceiling, let's get this over with.
Right.
She ain't enjoying that.
Right.
And what man want to be with a woman like that? Because any man like that, they sleep with a corpse. That's called what? not something affiliate.
Affiliate, something
People
like that.
who sleep with dead bodies.
Affiliate.
Yeah, something like that.
Or something, yeah.
So that means we back to this carnal nature. And let me tell you something. When love is involved, and I'm telling you this, well, I'll plead the fifth. Let me just say this. When love is involved, brother, ain't there you will have the ultimate true orgasm. You want to know why? Simply because we talking about even the science to the chakras, which is, for those who don't understand what chakra means, spinning circles. Chakra are energetic portals for the spirit to express itself in the material universe through the physical body. Chakras are actually the anatomy of the spirit. So even on all the chakras is turning, spinning like they supposed to. I mean, the everything is in tune. You in tune in all levels of your existence. All the layers that make up your auric field is like vibrating. And it's nothing more powerful like I said, when love and is involved. But when love is not involved, that orgasm, it's like you keep chasing that high with different people.
Right.
Because you don't have love involved with not one of those many people.
Right.
So that's why.
So you basically waiting for something that's never gonna happen.
Man, we developed a chemical dependency, physically through orgasms. That's what's happening. We've developed this emotional dependency. That's why people loose with themselves.
Right.
They like that because they don't understand love. Right. So that's why when I hear people talking about all this mean love, shut the hell up. You don't know what love is.
Right.
You don't know what it is.
Right. So what should they say?
They should speak like people who keep it real speak.
Let's get it in.
Yup. Yeah. Now, let's get it in. Now, two people who have love accomplished amongst them, they can say let's get it in, but they get it in with love.
Right. Nah,
you know.
Just right.
If you want to know what we talking about, play the artist The Weeknd. He got a song called "Sleeping with the Enemy."
Yep. Oh yeah.
And that song, he said he's saying, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want you speaking. I just want the sex. I don't want to know your dad.
That's it. That's
all right.
joint.
Oh, Rob. All right, go ahead.
No.
What's up? That's step 4.
No, that's step 5.
Okay.
But you want to go to step 4?
All right, we gonna go to step 4 right quick before I break down this orgasm thing. Go ahead.
So step 4 of the top 5 things that turn women off during sex is porn star expectations.
I don't see why, but continue. What?
Okay. It's a common knowledge that men use pornography as a source of inspiration when practicing self-pleasuring, and the expectation that are often placed on women during performance because of pornography are unrealistic. Your favorite porn star may be hot and ready to have sex instantaneously, but she may be able to place an integral position and handling penetration.
Hold on. Now start reading it. Read the beginning of that again. I'm gonna break that down.
It's a common knowledge that men use pornography as a source of inspiration when practicing self-pleasuring, and the expectation that are often placed on women during performance because of pornography. Pornography.
All right, stop right there.
Are unrealistic.
Now, I'm just playing when I say I don't see why. I totally understand that because, and like I said, I've been blessed to be around every type of woman that exists under the sun, moon, and stars. And actually, I consider myself interning with them and learning from them. So one reason why that'll turn a woman off. How many women have been neglected, abused, in America? How many women have been in all levels been neglect and abuse? So they don't feel no sincerity from a man when and this is one of the most frequent made statements. I'm not good enough for you.
Yeah, I hear that.
I'm not good enough. I'm not enough for you.
I hear that a lot from other people.
And a lot of these men approach is savage. It's animalistic. And we back. So anytime a man come like that, but what you read up earlier, he lacks communication. Right. He lacks expression.
And he monotone.
Yeah, and he boring.
Right.
But he, I mean, man, look, man, I don't want to be bothered with that.
Right. And they don't want to be bothered with that either.
That's why in real talk. Now, this for the sisters. Men, you have men who are mature. Okay. Just because you ain't experienced one in your life, because you don't know how to, you ain't got your life together where you had the opportunity to have a good brother. Don't be acting like there's no good brothers out here, because I'm one of them. And when we tell a woman no, I don't want to be with a woman who act like that man you just described.
Then you want to downplay his character.
Or he got to be gay.
Yeah.
Because I told you no.
What you don't want
because your ego got deflated.
Right.
You used to all these carnal men trying to sleep with you. They don't care about you.
So once when you meet with a brother that
wouldn't
not on you,
yeah,
or on what you talk. I mean, you a attractive young sister.
Or ding. I mean, a lot of times I see, I see the toxic behavior. And I see it before, I can see what they don't see. And a lot of times I'm just like, all right, I can't deal with this.
Right.
I don't want to deal with it.
But and check this out. I might be starting something here because I'm like the stuff starter around this piece overnight. Okay. Your name might be toxic. Your name.
Right. Your reputation, you mean?
No, her name.
Her actual first name?
Yeah.
Okay,
we can't pronounce it.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
What does it look like me?
What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying, I ain't trying to say, I know I'm starting something with.
What's wrong with Boomquisha, man?
My dad will whoop on me if I bring a home Boomquisha or something, or a Shark Nisha, or.
What's her middle name?
Lafayette or something
okay.
like that.
I thought she had an.
No, they got the nerve to put heaven backwards.
All right.
What's heaven backwards? What's the name? Is it?
I seen a chick. Her name was Turquoise, and her last name was Blue or Green.
Right.
So Turquoise Blue. That was her name.
I know another one. It said Ladasha. Now the way how you spell it is L-A
and the
dash
symbol.
The dash symbol. Sure.
Wow, man, I'm telling you, everything y'all just said and all the other things that's just sinful, man. Just totally sickening and just troublesome. You have to be really grounded.
Oh, it seems like we have a caller. Do we have a caller?
Do we? We got somebody bold enough to call in. Call or state your name on the Synergy of Life.
How are you?
Hello. You're on the Synergy of Life.
Or maybe she had hung up, so. Anywho,
I was going to say, we got somebody bold enough to call in on this.
Hey.
Woo. All right, so like I was saying, it's understandable with that fourth reason why women is turned off from that. Now, me, personally, man, let me tell you something. This grown folks talk.
Go ahead.
I'm a father and a grandparent. I mean, an active father and grandparent. A real father, grandparent. All right, so this grown folks talk. Hell, we don't need to see no adult movies. We go bake with, okay? All right. But let me tell you something.
Don't put it on YouTube.
No. Break it down.
See, it ain't gonna be like that. Right. It's gonna have love in it. It's gonna be beautiful. I always picture myself. I do videography and photography.
I ain't
I'm an
never-
artist, you
Right.
know. So it's going. What is the? You see books. You know what? I'm gonna have to go ahead and do a holistic book on the art of making love.
Man.
All right, but look, I'm an artist, man. I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. Okay, so look, hey, I'm a performer. So I'm saying like, I want to have the best love scene.
Right. Okay.
Like Jason lyrics, remember that? When he's on
Yeah,
the flowers.
yeah, the flowers.
Yeah, but I ain't call that the best. But I
You
mean,
know how many bugs was out there? Mosquitoes on the cheek and stuff.
Right.
Not just playing.
look, I'm serious though. That's how I want me and my lady to be, man. I mean, wherever we at,
Right,
you know, just love, man. I mean, oh man, I don't need to be talking about this right
Man,
now.
'cause I ain't never seen a porno that was beautiful.
No, you ain't.
I have though.
You did.
I seen some Japanese. It's very artistic. It's very artistic, but you're right though.
Yeah.
There's
Did it have subtitles?
Yeah, of course subtitles, but it was the production value was great.
Man.
But like you said, I like where you going with this. It's not real.
Yeah.
Right.
That's entertainment. This is
And the
real.
energy on it is toxic.
Man.
What's
on it.
what's the first movie come to mind with a good love scene?
Wow.
I'm talking about. I don't care if it's a European movie or Asia, Africa,
Okay, so for me, it would be
A good love scene. A good love.
or
You know what I
when I
like?
say love scene, I don't mean so much
You know what I
as
like?
sexual, but
Right,
just a
right,
good
right.
couple in the
you know
movie.
what I? Yeah. Okay, so you can always look at Martin. You know what I'm saying? You can
Okay.
always look at Fresh Prince, Will Smith, and Lisa. I'll see where you going with this.
Uh-huh.
It was a prolonged love thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Okay.
You know.
What about
The
man?
scenes,
You know
the
what?
scenes,
Real
though.
talk, man. I like Trinity and Neo.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
That man.
That was. I mean,
Man,
it wasn't as.
I'ma tell you why.
You know.
I'm gonna tell you why, man. They was disciplined in their roles, and they still had that connection. You know, even the Oracle told them they was. I mean, that was real. And she was a soldier and a lover at the same time. Man, come on now.
Man, I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that. Look for that.
What about
This man is dropping jewelry right now.
What-
dropping
Man.
jewels, man.
what about the Bill Cosby and his wife on the Cosby
That's what I'm
Show?
saying.
You
Right.
see?
So what you saying is,
Right,
let's
right.
create our own story.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's not worried about the entertainment of pornography, and let's create a real story,
Story, right.
and it's a prolonged one. And
Mm-hmm.
if you look at the Cosby Show or any of the examples that we've given,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them don't have anything to do with sexual.
Yeah. And when,
anything.
and look and look
Nothing
when,
at all.
and look when these sitcoms do a bedroom scene, it's still
It's tasteful.
touching and sincere.
Right.
We be like, what the women say? Must be nice. I wish I had that. You know, so
Jello
So
pudding
what
pops.
about today's
Jello pudding
sitcoms?
pops.
man,
Oh,
please.
My wife and kids.
My wife and
Oh,
kids.
yeah,
My wife and
yeah.
kids. Yep.
Yeah.
My wife and kids. What else? What else?
I haven't really followed Friends, but
Can-
sometimes when I see
Sometimes.
it,
But was they was
Yeah.
all sleeping with each other?
I don't remember. I don't know. I ain't ever
Like
followed
Rachel
it.
was sleeping with this one, and Rachel
Really?
dumped this one.
No.
I don't know. I
Well,
haven't.
But
kept-
that adds to the tension of the show. But I think what he's saying is, it's more than just the bedroom. It's everything
it's the-
else.
it's-
That's what whole no individual
I mean,
part is
if
greater
you wanna
than the
keep-
whole.
if you
That's
wanna keep it
synergy.
real for all the ladies that watch Scandal. It ain't like the president.
yeah.
Okay,
All
never
right.
mind.
So yeah, sorry, but we're gonna have to cut to a short commercial break.
And
Go ahead.
we'll get back to this love thing. We
Love
talk
thing.
about. I'm your host, Mikael Newbay.
Don Blake Jr.
Come back to the synergy of life. Oh shoot! I forgot to text him the damn thing.
Who?
David.
What? The link?
Yeah.
Oh, to the show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was about to say.
That's real, man. What you just said.
Right. would say, but then it's not like that no more.
What?
Mostly like physical. I was about to say the game, like Doran and Melody.
But you always got to remember, what he's saying is that if something led up to that. When you watch porn, it's just like
they there.
Yeah, like a dude is a pizza man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Or a plumber.
Right. That's a job.
But see, a lot of them people to even live that life, they desensitized, like in jail.
Right. So
like in jail.
So right. But that's what we saying. So
right.
then you look at the game. Yeah, they might be getting it on now, but that's there were seasons that led up to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There were shows that led up to that.
Right.
You know.
That made them even make the audience fall in love with their relationship.
Well, it makes it an actual intense.
Real. Yeah, and it makes it real.
Right. When you watch some vulgar stuff, I'm not even calling it porn. I'm just gonna say vulgar. When you watch some vulgar stuff, it's just animalistic. After it's over, it's like get your clothes and get like that's,
next thing.
Right. It just cuts off. But I think what he's saying is that you get that intense.
You see that pen.
That real intensity by having seasons of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said. The crowd falling in love with that. And it's so crazy though, because maybe you could bring this up. When you watch a show and you see people get together, what's the first thing people say sometimes? Oh, that ain't gonna last, or that don't look right, or it don't look real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these people that write shows, they gotta do a good job of making it look right.
Making it look real, making it seem believable. So. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But that was a good point, man. That was a crazy point.
Yeah. So the last one was
So the caller called in. That was a 111 number. So they
I didn't know what was going on with that one.
A lot of times, isn't that when they're calling on the internet, using the internet phone or? It's the internet number.
Coming back.
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life. I'm your host, Mikhail Nube.
Co-host Don Blake Jr.
Who else we got in the studio with us?
It's your boy CJ, real nickname, no gimmicks. I'm all about empowerment, creativity, and freedom, and we're back.
Yes.
That's right. You didn't write him.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Ustream.tv. Going on. So we going back to the 5 top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
5 top things that turns women off during sex.
Right.
Off.
Right.
I'm talking about pissed off.
But you know what? Real talk. You ain't gotta turn a woman off. Most of you women already off.
Ooh.
It's about how you turn it. How you turn them.
Right.
It's about how you turn them on.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna keep saying this till people, till they get in every part and part. I'm gonna keep pounding the truth. You live in a toxic lifestyle, you already dysfunctional. Period. As an individual in a dark room by yourself. So
with that pillow.
And the reason why, once again, that you have a hard time functioning in relationships, social circles, on a domestic level, because you are desensitized to what true love is. That's why you are unsuccessful in having a loving relationship versus always having a toxic relationship.
Yes.
So it's not what turns a woman off. You want to know how you turn a woman on? What is a woman? First of all, you gotta know what is a man. What I haven't said this lately.
I was gonna say Teddy Pendergrass. No, but this is real.
What I haven't said this in a while. When we start the show, I say this. In order to become whole, one must heal. When one heals, that means they have become enlightened, that they are truly a spiritual being manifesting through a human nervous system. So if I'm having issues on a nervous system level, or any type of biological, physical level.
Right.
And I've lost sight of my true self. I'm gonna be dysfunctional even without attempting to have a relationship.
Right.
So you wanna turn a woman on, you minister to her soul, her spirit. You teach her the knowledge of self.
Right.
It ain't gonna get no better than that. That's top flight right there.
Right.
That's top flight right there. And
Message.
and
Top flight security of the world.
and if she's receptible to embrace her true self,
Uh-huh.
you got the right one, baby. Yeah. All right, so.
Respect Ray Charles.
Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I was lying.
Or hit the road, Jack.
Right.
Because
Don't you come back.
Because when you turn a woman on, what is you turning on? You're not turning her on physically.
Right.
You can't turn her on through the physical.
Right.
This is a spiritual being that's in the body right now.
Right.
Because now this take us back to where do orgasms come from?
Right.
Orgasm is expressed in the physical, but it don't come from the physical.
Right.
All right, so when we looking for the physical orgasm, that don't do nothing for us. It don't. And how do you get when a woman, for example, have what's the number one sex toy a woman have when she can't or can have an orgasm? Okay.
Double D.
No, real talk. This is taught in the 7 Hermetic Principles in Egypt. We are vibrational beings. So when she get a vibrator, when we have energy blocks, that's because energy is being blocked. Now how the hell? So that tell you right there. This is how acupuncture works. It unblocks energy that's stuck on our meridians, which is channel, which is pathways for energy.
Right.
We have an energy body and we have a physical body.
Right.
When we approach a spiritual being from a physical point of view, that spiritual being should be bored, should be turned off. I know I am when you try to come at me from the low and I'm on a higher level. When I'm an exalted mind over how you trying to step to me, I don't want to be bothered with you. You don't turn me on.
Right.
You know.
All they coming from is carnal thing.
And I should have explained this more in depth last week, and I'm gonna do it now to clear this up. I mentioned how a lot of women are intimidated. Oh no, not intimidated. Feel inadequate around me. But what I didn't mention was carnal women feel inadequate around me, because I don't need you to cook and clean. I know how to do that for myself. In fact, most of you women don't know how to cook and don't want to cook. All right, so you can't approach me with that. Oh, baby, you fool. Sit down somewhere. Shut up.
Well,
All
I
right.
could cook this for you.
All right, you can't approach me sexually. I conquer that at a young age. I don't care about that sex thing, because if your mind ain't right, you ain't nothing but a case trying to get caught. I ain't about to be bothered with you, because I know you gonna flip. You gonna flip. When you caught up in your lower self, you gonna flip.
So then that's when they be wishy-washy.
You can't come at me from the low, and I'm operating on a higher frequency. So that's why I said what I should have said, these carnal women feel inadequate around me, because they don't have no other approach.
I believe like some of the other listeners, they understand what you was talking about.
Yeah, because women go through this with guys. Why you think one of the number one phrases, a guy see a beautiful woman, but he sense her inner self glow. Said, well, I ain't gonna holler. She probably stuck up anyway. No, you know you don't qualify for that type. That's why you don't step to her. You know that, or what's the phrase they use? That's out of your league.
Right.
You know.
Now, a lot of people are like, well, how about you go, step to women that's out of your league.
That we do the opposite here in America.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
All the time. That's why you say.
So when you step out of your league, what are you supposed to say to that particular person when
you gonna say something crazy?
Right.
You gonna and 9 times out of 10, a woman is being at her kindest to protect herself.
And check this out. They are the
That's
most
a-
humblest
oh.
too.
Right,
They are
right.
the most humblest.
She's right now. She know if she say something, she has to say it in a kind way. No, because if she say it less than that,
You want a downplay her.
oh no, she might get smacked.
Right. Yeah. Bodily harm.
And she gonna get verbally attacked if not nothing else.
Right.
If not nothing else,
Right.
she gonna get verbally attacked by the guy.
And that's
So when you understand we have an energy, see, the orgasm come from the energy body. It don't come from the physical.
right.
If without the energy body, you will have a toe tag in a mortuary on your toe, on your, you know, preparing for burial or cremation. So we back to the energetic exercises, for example, like Qigong, Tai Chi. They provide the same effect that a vibrator, but even better. I have done energetic body work on men and women. And once they had the opportunity to experience energetic body work to help them rebalance organ system functions, they was able to open up more. Because when you have when you block, you not open. How can energy flow? You see. So a lot of ways a woman and man perceive themselves alone causes problems sexually. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. The body responds to that. The body is neutral. It does not know good or evil. The body follows the mind. The mind don't follow the body.
Right.
There's a difference between the brain and the mind. The brain is a 2.5 pound fleshly organ that sits in your skull. But the mind is spiritual potential energy. Your mind is all over your environment. Everywhere. What do we mean? We say, what's got into Leroy? He done lost his mind.
Leroy.
Who's Leroy?
You don't say he lost his brain.
Right.
Right.
You know his brain.
Lost his mind.
Right.
Somebody help him, please.
Like, help him.
He done lost himself. But what is the true self now? See, we say this in our deepest ignorance. We say it, but we don't abide by what we say because of fear and doubt that we've been taught as slaves. We've been taught to suppress. We've been taught to be depressed. We've been taught to be unhappy. So many people using the word anxiety don't even know what it means. So many people say, I'm stressed out. So when we attempt to have what carnal men call sex, you're not getting nothing out of that. You really depleting your life force even more. That's what you're doing. When you engaging in an act like that, that's so powerful on the spiritual level.
It takes a lot out of you.
Man, and your mind ain't right.
Well, how can
You
handle
destroying your internal health at a rapid pace. Literally.
that?
You are causing poisons and toxic secretion in your
And
bloodstream.
you putting your energy in other people.
That's right.
You put your
They're negative and positive.
right.
Mostly negative.
Yeah.
Okay, we talking about making love, right? So when you make food, when you attempt to make a food and you angry, or you ain't in a favorable good mood, the food don't come out right.
Right.
So what happens when you call yourself making love and your mind ain't right? You hurting yourself.
Right.
You ain't. That's what you doing.
Right.
That's negative energy that's being reciprocated now. So why now we talking about where do orgasms come from? Why? Okay, let's take it to a higher level.
Go ahead.
Why is it that I'm gonna start with myself? If a woman don't mentally and spiritually stimulate me, I ain't too much happening.
Right.
On that level.
Because you're gonna get bored.
You know why people get bored? We spiritual beings beyond this carnal, petty comprehension. Are you gonna get bored with the material universe?
Right.
It's too much in life to know and do to be bored.
Right. But a lot of people,
we not bored because of what somebody else doing or not doing. You are a spiritual being that comes from the highest plane of spirit life, and you can't even figure out this worldly material stuff.
right?
You should be bored.
Like, have you ever heard this phrase? Like, the richest person is the most depressed person, but the poorest person is the most happy.
But what if they poor in? You see what I'm saying? And when somebody's rich, they rich in what way?
And carnal, like they could afford
And
stuff.
in material obtainment.
Yeah.
But that still don't make them rich. That's why they depressed.
Yeah, right.
You got a lot of people that got money and kill themselves.
Right.
Because,
Yep.
especially if they got that money dirty.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because when you around carnal men and you got money, that's nothing but a budget to exploit yourself to a quicker death. So, now what about women who cannot respond to a man only if he on a certain level, morally, principle speaking, spiritually? See what I'm saying? So you got two types of women because there's two levels of awareness now. There's two levels of consciousness. You got women who ain't gonna be turned on no less than by a man who got himself together, internally speaking. You have a lot of disciplined women who live a holistic lifestyle, and it ain't gonna be nothing less than that from the guy she choose to be with. That's why you see guys. By the way, when I used to work at Mustard Seed in the early 2000s, you know how many Caucasian women used to come to me while I'm in the kitchen, consult with me. They say, I'm trying to court this guy. He's a vegan. What you think I should get him? What you think? What color you think I should wear? Because she understanding the science and color therapy now. She been studying the magazines that's in the grocery store line. Right. I mean, she's studying fence, feng shui and all this. She like, I'm trying to get this guy.
Right.
See the work you got to put in when you coming from a lower level, trying to elevate yourself to be in the presence of someone who's on a higher level. Now, how many people don't want to work on themselves? That's why I said a lot of these sisters I don't deal with, they get caught up in the feel good of Mikhail Nube, but they ain't ready for the responsibility, accountability that comes with me. You know, they sedate themselves with the vastness of my being that makes them feel good. But when you got to reciprocate all this feel good, you wait a minute.
Like I didn't sign up for this.
Right.
Like,
right. Oh, here come the sabotage.
Word. Oh well, you the scum of the earth.
Yep.
You this. Right. But then they come with the wishy-washy. They will.
I ain't doing that.
I'm
not doing that.
Well, I'm sorry.
not eating that way. I ain't doing that.
Oh, you know what? I never had that problem.
Oh wow.
I never had those problems.
I always have that problem.
Man.
And look, you know what?
Man.
I never had a problem with a woman when it comes to food. None of that. You know, the thing is that love is so nurturing. But what they fail to realize, there's no love without law and order. Love is the divine law. Love is God, and God is law and order for those who use the word God. This is not a lawless universe. Even on the material level of this universe, it has laws. So what you think is laws on a higher plane of spirit life.
Right.
You cannot love without law. Just how many so-called biological parents who are horrible guardians, they just biological parents, but fail at being a guardian. And they say, why you let your children do this and that? Well, I love them. So how many abused women who lack love, who been neglected, who have not healed, sit there and let their children do the most stupidest things in the name of so-called love. So you telling me you let your children destroy themselves and you provide a budget for this. You spoil them because your daddy didn't love you or wasn't there. Or because your ex-man so you sit here and you teach them vices. They don't have no structure in their life, nothing. Right. They done been put out of school 2 or 3 times. How many schools you done switched them to? In the name of love, really. All this because this ain't love.
And they got the nerve to put them in Catholic school.
Man, listen. Look, I can't deal with this no more. Is it time to go?
We got 9 minutes to go.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Man.
All right, so
you want to talk about the last one?
go ahead with the last one, sir.
The last one, the listeners gonna trip on this. You ready?
5.
Number 5. Number 5 is hit and run. It's a slap in the face to a woman when a man reaches his climax. Roll over, get himself together, and then runs off like a thief in the night.
Thief in the night.
He stole my stuff.
Right.
Remember that? What's that movie by Tyler Perry? Color Girls.
I never seen that.
What?
I never seen that.
Man, you gotta see that movie. You want to see a movie about abuse?
Man.
Actually, that movie is based on a book that was written. On
Like some poems, right? Is it Maya Angelou?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Was it about some poems?
You know anything about that, brother? You know that? Remember that movie Color?
Mm-hmm.
Was that Maya Angelou who wrote that book? I don't think so.
Oh,
yeah.
She was in the movie? Okay.
I don't remember what part she was in.
She was in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Well, she was a narrator? No, she wasn't?
In the movie.
Okay.
I gotta see that movie
We
again.
gotta
But
see that
anyway.
again. But anywho.
But the hit and run.
The hit and run. So running off immediately after a sexual experience is a huge turnoff and makes a woman feel like she has been used up without any type of affection or consideration for her feelings. Men typically do not match their emotions to sex to enjoy themselves, but women do.
Carnal men don't.
Right. Do after sex, don't just run off. Cuddle or line close together to talk about the sexual experience. It's a great way
But
to let your partner.
look. You can't even get away with that. Because you know how many worldly guys try to do that? Okay, it's been 20 minutes, so I got to go.
Or, you want some juice?
But look. You know what? You know how energetically healing a true cuddle is. I even posted that on my Facebook page. How cuddle reduce depression and anxiety.
That's real.
So if you once again when you get close like that, you are in the midst of each other's auric fields or energy fields, and you gonna know if that cuddle is sincere or not.
Right. Because
when a man or woman is cold, man, you can feel that from across the room.
Right. And when she put that leg on your leg,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But everything you read over in the 5 things that keeps the woman turned off, I would call that list. Not turn her off. She's already turned off.
Right. But this is the top 5 things that turn a woman off was written by Tayomi Morgan.
Well, is she the expert? What did it say? She an expert?
But it don't say nothing about no expert.
I thought it said something about an expert. Well,
so I mean,
this is what the ladies have to understand once again about the hit and run. It ain't necessary about the hit and run, and that he don't want you because you caught up in your vanity. You gotta feel needed and wanted by the wrong type of men is what I'm speaking about. Because if you really was concerned about feeling needed and wanted, you will, when you had the opportunity to have that with somebody who's upright and who can actually provide that, you can't reciprocate that if you're dysfunctional in a toxic way.
Right.
So, and this is why women keep hooking up with the wrong men, because they have not broken the toxic relationship with themselves.
Okay. Nah.
This go back to the 6-week series on toxic relationship. The first relationship that's toxic starts with yourself.
Right.
The men outside, or the women and men outside that we see are only reflections of our lower selves. So now it's different when you engage different people.
Right.
It's different.
Now speaking of that, sorry for cutting you off, but speaking on that, remember I told you like a couple of months ago about like I know a person that she got tired of hooking up with the wrong type of person every time or whatnot, hooking up with the same type of people but just with different names, and all of a sudden you want to try a different race.
Like, so she don't know herself.
Right.
So that tell you right there. But you know what? Let's keep it. Oh, since you say that, I'm about to let's get historical up in here. Now, for all you sisters who think you need to try men from the European race, here's a wake-up call for you. Here's a rude awakening. Everything that you experience negative from your so-called brother, he was taught in slavery by the European that you want to try out right now.
Like that's it.
You know how many? You
that's
know,
it.
You know.
Like, let's end the show right there. Like, that's it.
You know how many? No people of Afro-Asiatic descent want to talk about slavery in America because they still are a slave. Man, we're gonna have to go over that making of a slave formula. Right. We gotta do. Matter of fact, we gotta do that next week. But anyway, we're gonna get with y'all next week. We happy that Ultimate Body Transformer, the gym that provides a holistic atmosphere, specializing in holistic health and wellness workshops, providing private and group classes on preparing plant-based meals, also specializing in personal training to meet the client-specific needs, and we also offer small and large group classes for adult and children. Come check us out at ultimatebodyfitness1.com. And we also, once again, want to remind you to check out Pure and Supreme Cuisine, 100% vegan garden eatery.
100%.
Specializing in international cuisines that's organic, local, and seasonal healthy soul food. Visit them at the 5th Street Arcade located at 530 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44115. And make sure, don't forget this, make sure that you tell them that Who Has the Power Radio Network and Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show sent you. Tell them Mikael sent you, and you might get a little hookup. Right. You might.
You might get some kills on a house a little bit, you know.
You might get something, but don't try to don't try to misuse my name.
Yeah. Okay, so you can follow us on Twitter at Synergy of Life 07. You can like our Facebook page by going to facebook.com/Synergy of Life. You can also check, you can also send us emails on synergyoflife7@gmail.com. You can also subscribe to go to WHTP Radio Network on YouTube and subscribe to that channel. You're going to see a whole bunch of shows, a whole bunch of clips going on between Synergy of Life. And also with Ultimate Body too.
Also,
Ultimate Body.
All associations.
Yes. So you can find out more about Synergy of Life, the show, and other shows that's on Who Has the Power Radio Network by going to www.whohasthepowershow.com. Go ahead, Carl.
I'm going to take us on out. This is your boy CJ, real nickname, no gimmicks. Synergy of Life, Who Has the Power Network, and we out, right?
And we out.
Yes.
All right. I just want to tell y'all, this is a real serious subject matter. And those who have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, to open that heart up and keep it from remaining stone, you need to do so. So, hey, let's get healthy around here.
Yes.
Let's get fit around here.
Let's get sexy.
Let's get synergetically fixed. Healthy. You ain't sexy without synergy in your life. Right. You understand? You gotta have all the components. You gotta have everything.
Mentally fit. Spiritually fit.
That's right.
And you gotta have some heels on when you do it.
That's right. Now you're learning.
Yeah.
So good night. This is your host, Mikael Newbay.
Don Blake Jr.
And Carl, no gimmicks.
No gimmicks. So you go down and I'm going, I'm trying to harmonize. I'm going up. Right. You know what I'm saying?